Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3. We're gonna make this one shorter since we worked so hard in the last one. So now, for real, it's gonna be shorter. We will add some background things, we will reskin some easy enemies, but more importantly, we will link the stage into the stage selection screen so that we can see our hard work and then be more motivated to start stage 2, because now we see, okay, this is a rinse and repeat. We can basically redo 6 stages like this. But one stage at a time. Let's finish this one. Alright, so to start, we're gonna start by by putting the stage into the actual stage selection screen, because it's very motivating when you see your own stage there, so you see that, so I figured out this works. Now we went full circle. And from there, it's just a matter of replicating what we did a couple times if we wanted to make the whole game. So it's important to start understanding this part. So I will do it right now. So right now I went into the stage select screen, and we see we can open the canvas. On the canvas there are stage buttons, and then the one that are activated by default are 1, 2, 3, 4. When you beat all of them, the 5 and 6 appear respectively, like in the demo game. But now what we want is to change the stages. So I look like, you know what, the first is Sector City, the second is Cave. This is a coincidence. Let's just be glad that we will have to work less, because coincidence wants it that we started also with the background that is city and the intent of the second being a cave. We will change the image later, but for now we start with the more important stuff. So I start by naming it. Then I notice, like, you know what, I don't think I have to keep the word Sector 1, Sector 2. I think that's a suggestion. So I'm just gonna name this like Laprune Land. Whatever, not important. We're just basically testing, we're confirming the fact that this is just a name and it's not important. It's the name of the stage that will have to be written properly. This is just a visual. So you see here the image. The image by default is very, very good. So I have there's no way I'm gonna draw something better, So I'm just gonna like overlay an image on top of it. But I think he's gonna do it in a few minutes anyway. So now he's showing you, like, if you want, you see here stage 1, it's an image size. It's just a regular PNG or bitmap or whatever the format. Probably PNG. It's just an image. You can put your own there, but you should respect the image size if you don't want too much deformation, But me, like I said, I want to keep this episode short because the previous episode was too much long. So now we see here it calls something stage 1, like, hey, but I renamed this stage Laprune. So we will need to change the name, and there are 3 or 4 locations. Just follow along this video, or go directly look Arctan Trion's 2D platformer action kit. I think it's episode 5, the one that's like a stage creation. He shows it in a more succinct way, in a more fast way than I do, since me, I'm not presenting, I'm just trying it. I'm learning as I try. I'm not making a showcase. But otherwise, I will cover all the location in this video as well. I'm just saying that you can get the info from the source. So now if you click on the picture, you show an explorer, it will open a window explorer thing. I'm not gonna put it in your face, but me on my side, I'm gonna do right click, open with, and I chose paint just because it's free and everyone has it, just to show that I'm not gonna do any magic. I'm just gonna do something very simple. So I'm just resizing the screen a little because it was like way too big. Because it was opened on my 4K screen, and then I slide it on a 2K screen, so it does like a times 2 on the size right there. So now you see French me is making stupid faces because I'm like, yeah, let's make a dumb face just to put my face. So now he's copy pasting while it's in a screenshot mode. And now you'll see in all its glory my dumb face on the city stage. Like I said, this is not important. The point of this is to show you that we can modify stuff and to show you how to modify stuff. I don't think you're intended to put your face on their stage like this, but I just want to show you that you can do anything. You can do anything, and since I have no capacity to draw something better than Artyom, I just put my face on it. This way we know this is Laprune Land. Why? Because there is Laprune's face in the sky. It's like not Majora's. Which one is it? The Zelda game with the moon in the sky. It's not Majora's Mask, is it? Or is it? I don't know. I have not played those. I only played the Zelda on NES and Super Nintendo. Then I jump to Wii U with the Breath of the Wild. Then I replayed Breath of the Wild on Switch. I skipped all the GameCube Zelda, all the Nintendo 64 Zelda. I was too poor for those consoles. I just never had them. My friends had them, and my friends had GoldenEye 007. Damn, that was fun. Damn. I try to play it now, but I can't. The controllers, they're not the same. I showed my picture. I'm missing like 2 teeth. Yeah, about that. The thing is, the dentist, they want like $3,000 Canadian per teeth. And I got like 6 teeth to be changed. Like, so you want me to find like over $20,000? That's not gonna happen. I may look like I have money, but no, I add money. I don't have money to put $20,000 on my teeth. They're supposed to pass a law that will make dental care cheaper. So I'm waiting with copium that Canada will be able to make me afford curing my teeth. Curing, I mean... whatever I need to do to fix those teeth, because it's too expensive. When you're not rich and you live in a rich country, you cannot afford the health system. It's the same in the United States, if I understand this right. United States, you get sick and that's it. Your life is over because you owe like $40,000 to the hospital, but you don't even make $40,000 in a year. So what do? You're a slave to the interest that you'll pay for the rest of your life because you dared to get sick because someone coughed in your face. It's a sick rat race, the life in North America. It sucks, honestly. Canada is better, but it sucks. Medically, it sucks. It's terrible. We cannot afford to cure ourselves. The free medical care does not cover dental. So yeah, you got a cough, you're fine. You get a problem with your teeth, sucks to be you. But if you're poor and you're a piece of shit, the government will pay you a whole package of teeth. When you're on welfare, let's say you're a loser for 10 years. Oh, you've been a loser for 10 years? You're eligible. We pay you brand new teeth. And then you see the poor people that hate the system and never work in their life, and they're smiling with all their full mouth of white teeth, while the working people are missing teeth because, the government says you need to be a poor sub for like that amount of years in order to be paid your teeth. This is crazy. I hate my country sometimes. So let's go back to the game. Sorry guys, take this as a extracurricular information about Canada you did not know. Our president got a nice teeth, but he does not share his dental privilege with the population. So that's what you get. You get the truth out of me, so in your face, Justin. So now we go back to the level. I think it's more interesting than me talking about what the French me is doing in a way. Let's be fair, guys. This is more interesting. Just because I'm talking shit about someone that's not popular, and in my case, my president, and I have proof in my mouth that he's an asshole. So, so now you will see. I was saying we need to change the thing. Why did the stage not change when we finish? It's because here it was not saying stage select. It was saying stage 1 outro. I'm gonna make a wild assumption that at some point Artyom was trying something. He named something stage 1 outro, and me, I did not download his flagship version. I downloaded one of his other version, and it's why I had traces of his stage 1 outro thing. So we just need to rename it stage select, and then you also hear on the scene manager of the stage select screen, you need to change the name as well, because by default it says stage 1. So if you don't touch anything and you don't rename your stages, you're never gonna have any problem because it will already be named stage 1. But me, since we named it Stage La Prune, we need to change the name at all those locations. And there is one last location. The last location is gonna be on the other scene side. So right here, Stage La Prune, you click on Scene Manager and you see once again it says also it would have said stage 1, but I changed it. I just did a edit cut a bit too fast apparently, but it's Stage La Prune as well. So now that we change the name everywhere, I complete the stage and we will see that there's only one last problem. Oh no, there's no more problem. It says complete. Oh yes, that must have been the part I was talking over about the president. Everything was working, but the words completed did not appear on top. For the word completed to appear, you need to change the proper stage name at the last 2 locations that I did. Otherwise, when you finish the boss, it sends the message, stage 1 cleared. Then you go to the stage selection screen. It does not detect stage 1 clear, so it does not show completed on the reskin stage 1. So you need to rename it so that it sends the message, Stage La Prune. You just need to be consistent in your name, guy. So everything works. Now that we link the scene 100%, it shows the completed. It shows my face. We can get in and out of the stage. This is wonderful. I guess by when we get to level 5, you will see, do I need to change something for our new renamed stage to count towards unlocking stage 5 and 6? Maybe it will be it's not affecting and it will pop just by completing the slots 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe we will have to change our name somewhere else, but it's not important. It's the same thing, just changing name. So now we see this scene right here. It's like halfway done, but we're not gonna finish it completely in this episode because the intention of this scene is just to test the mechanical side of things. In the next episode, tomorrow or whatnot, probably the day after because Halloween, and then my kid has a day off from school, and the day that my kid has no school is a day I cannot film because he plays video games and listens to YouTube and does normal kid stuff very loud. So this is a music day for me. The Friday is gonna be a music day because I can do music when my son is there. I plug the instrument and him screaming of joy, of course, does not affect my audio recording because the instrument is plugged directly into the computer, the audio interface rather, but whatever. So so for now we're just gonna do 2 simple things. What I want to do is make not the parallax, but the background imagery a bit better. Because in the last episode, the episode was 1 hour 40 minutes. I was in panic mode, like, oh my god, there is no way I'm gonna have any kind of viewer retention with such a long episode. But if I cut it in like 3 episodes, I'm gonna have the same effect that people will be like, dude, you want me to go through like 3 episodes of you making the start of the first stage? So I felt like I needed to take this off like a band-aid. So episode 2, I showed all included obvious mechanics, everything that's obvious that every stage will have at least one of. We pretty much tested it all here. Visually, we will come back after the next episode to fix the sky because it will be a new stage area that will be accessible since we will come back with the shield mechanic. So don't get attached to the visual appearance of this stage because it will change. This is just like a sketch. The next stage, the next stage, I will make it very beautiful. By that I mean I will try. Okay, I'm not a visual artist, but I will try to make the next stage a proper visual. But since it would make an episode multiple hours long, there will be an edit. So I will be like, hello guys, blah blah blah. I will now paint a whole bunch of stuff. See you guys in 5 minutes. If you want to not see it, skip it. Then I'll put it on fast forward anyway. But then we'll get right in. Look at this beautiful stage. Let's start having fun because I don't want to. I want to us to get moving to because it's important. Otherwise, it's not interesting. It needs to get moving. So now I can begin speaking about what's going on because I knew it was not important because my French counterpart is wasting a lot of time. Last episode, I did. Things the wrong order, as in I just fixed on one background layer and then I switched to parallax. then I was like, the episode's too long, let's stop there. So now we need to continue with the background details, but I'm like, you know what? The darker one should be in the back, and the one that is not jumpable on, and the one that is more pale, this one, should be the one that's in the front, right? So basically, I painted in the wrong. Last episode, I should have took the pale one, but I took the dark one. But now Unity is gonna play shenanigans on me, but it's I'm gonna have a hard time trying to word this in English, but give me time. Look here, I look on the background layer, and this is normal behavior so far, because the one-way platform is on another layer. So okay, this is normal behavior, I understand this. But then I'm like, if I want to superpose them, should I duplicate a layer? The answer is don't do that. First off, they're both on background layer 1. I did not change them, but this is where the Unity behavior. What Unity is doing right now, Unity is very confused because I duplicated a tile map without doing the extra steps necessary. So my French me is just like looking at strange Unity behavior that I created myself. And don't do this, guys. Don't multiplicate the background layer. And if you do, you need to change right here, order in layer. Because right now, it was creating a confusion in the Unity system because there are two layers with the same name and it doesn't know in what order to show them. So now I'm doing like Control Z. Let's go back to where we were. And then I show, okay, this is back to normal behavior. And then I'm going to Control D, duplicate the layer to see if the bug appears again. And it does. Even though it's the same layer, it's changing how it shows. It's not showing the one-way platform on top. But I'm like, both are background one. Why is this a thing? So this is Unity trolling me. Or rather, it's Unity that is confused because I'm sending him like double signals. Literally, that's what's happening. And then if you select them, it goes back to normal behavior. But the other one is broken, and this one is normal behavior. So you see what I did by duplicating a tile map without doing extra step literally breaks Unity. This is not a kit thing. This is a Unity thing. And it's not that it's broken, it's just that it's sending me false visual information. Because we will then see when we execute the game. But we won't set that part, but near the top where the blue crates and the spaceship is, we will see that what Unity is showing us when we deal with two identical broken layers like that is not what you're gonna get when you press play. This is a Unity print problem. This is I'm trying to say this in English. In French we say problème d'affichage. So affichage in English is like when you print screen, right? But it's not text, but it's Unity as a problem showing things because we send them cross signal for the name of the layer and the layering itself. So it's basically doing whatever it can not to explode. So yeah. So now that I've addressed, I think more than enough the fact that you should not duplicate a background layer like that, and I will fix that. I'm just looking at, I need to apply the same consistent principle that I want what is more pale to be the one that I can interact with, and the dark ones to be the one that's in the back. So now I continue reskinning what I did in the wrong palette in the last episode, because now I'm adding a second background color, I'm adding the dark. So I need, there was already dark, so I need to make the dark pale and then add the dark. So those are skinned properly. Those are the ones that have one-way platforms. It's why I made them this color. And then the dark ones that I'm gonna place now are all not gonna have one-way platforms. So I have to wrap my brain around these are not jumpable layer, and it's your fault. I'm the one that put them there. So these blocks here, the blue ones, we see they also have a pale counterpart. So I see right now, I'm gonna experiment here. It is gonna be very ugly, but I'm gonna experiment the two different ones, this pile on the left and the pile on the right. I'm gonna design them differently, and at the end I'm gonna be like, I prefer which one. I'm gonna fix them, and because I need to do these testings before I get into next episode, because next episode I want to paint it as good as I can. So this is me learning how to paint a side scroller, because I only have experience doing top down games. So top down games and 3D games, 3D games in dumb stuff like Roblox, Game Builder, Garage, 3D games that even kids can make, Come Roblox, I set it up for my kid actually, who made a world together. So I kind of learned to build 3D, but it's so easy that even my kid do it. So I'm not feeling like, oh yeah, building in Roblox is hard. No, it's not hard. Roblox thing is it's worth a fortune for a reason. It's very convenient. Even a 4-year-old can, well, it depends. A 4-year-old that spent his 4 years watching his dad on a computer, yes, he will be able to. But yeah, let's not name site ages. It's a pointless thing. It's very case by case. So now I made this pale because I want this to be in the front, and now I'm gonna start laying down what's darker, which I have to start using because it makes prettier effects, right? You seem like there's like a fake 3D going on. I'm just basically learning. That's why this is not a tutorial series. This is a project review, like, oh, we can make a Mega Man game with this kit, let's try. And yes, you can very easily, even if you never touched the kit in your life. But I'm still learning how to paint a side-scroller platformer. Because now we have parallax, but we only used half of it, and then we had only used one of the background layers. So there's still a lot more graphical cool things we can add. We can add a lot of things. We could add clouds. I mean, I don't see how that would be hard. You just get a bunch of sprites and then you make a script. Hey, I want you to make those sprites appear like at those Y coordinates of the screen. But yeah, there's a different stuff than a top-down RPG. Like I'm used to think like this for the 2D RPG kit. All is in XY chords, but this is different. This is the camera follows the player, and it's slightly in the RPG too, but it's hard to say. I will find the words maybe after the series. I will find the words to word better what I meant when I will conclude, like the difference between making an RPG and I will be able to word it better. Yeah. Anyway, French Counterpart is fixing some of the terrible things that having 2 layers made me draw like a blind man. But like I said, I'm gonna paint both different. Then I'll notice I prefer the right one. So this one on the left, I'm not even gonna like it. But it's okay. There's a million ways we could be designing this, and they probably would all be better than what I did. I'm not gonna claim to be good at painting for the first time. I'm not a good painter. I'm very good at playing music for the first time, though. You guys see my video, I played drum for the first time. I did plug it and stuff, but I played while actually trying to play for the first time yesterday. Like, damn, this is easy. I should have picked drums instead of bass guitar. Nah, they both are easy. Guitar is hard, and it depends. Chords are hard because chords. It depends. If you just chain 3 or 4 chords all the time, you don't even have to think. Yeah. So no, never mind everything I just said about guitar. It's that big box of subject. I don't want to open it in one sentence and say bad information. I'm not a guitarist. I just think that playing complicated guitar parts that have mix of chords and other stuff are hard, because me personally, switching 3 or 4 fingers at a time into a different position without any one of the 4 fingers being on the wrong fret, on the wrong chord, is like How do you do that? Um, and you do that while reading, unless you fake reading it. Like, oh yeah, I'm reading this music, but you already play it for 20 years and you're just faking reading it. No, if you actually read music, and as you read in normal reading speed, your hand switches between complicated chord patterns. Wow, I cannot do this. It's why I picked a bass guitar, because there are no chords, or rather they are, but you're not supposed to use them. So whatever. So I prefer bass guitar because my brain cannot handle complicated minor and stuff like that chords, and the music theory makes my brain bleed. I'm a more feeling person, so bass is perfect for me. And yeah, I picked up drums because yeah, there's just this rhythm bass. Basically I'm complementing my bassist skills, and it's so fun. Whatever. So now you see I made this on the right, and you see I had a little mouse mishap. I'm gonna trim it, but otherwise now this is very clear that the pale boxes here are boxes that you can walk onto, and the dark ones are just in the back, even though I'm gonna have to trim this little part here. Then you go on the other side. This is a different design. This also is the dark you can walk over, but the white you can. So they both are good. This one is more like the Mario World type, and this one is more like the Contra type. Contra or whatever the side scroller game. But as of this moment, I kind of prefer this one on the right, because it has less the feeling of, oh, you have a platform that float. But I'm the one that put the look of the platform like that, because I hate when you have fake platform. So I'm just trying out stuff before I can dive into the next episode. So, like I said, the next episode will be a massive underground. I say massive because this is barely a stage. We landed, we took a sword, we went in a pit, then we killed the boss right away. This is barely a stage. This is just to test the mechanics, and to see the mothership, and to test the drones and everything, and to learn how to paint actually. And the pits and the spikes and ladders, we learned a lot. But now we will go into making second stage. And the second stage I will make it massive in comparison. So I will not make a 3 hours episode painting. What I will do is a massive edit, where you will have the choice to watch or not the painting, which will be in fast forward. And then we'll have a massive playground to try to make an actual good stage. I will actually try to make it look good, because this was a mechanical stage. There was not enough effort into the visuals, because why would I start to, what would I be painting at all in the first place? You need to put down physical structure and then think about what you're doing, and then shape the stage as you think about it. So now we see the overring enemy, or the bouncing balls. I intend to reskin one of them to show you. However, I noticed there's many animation frames, because the fire effects are not generated through a Unity particle system or whatnot. He used the effects right on the sprites, which is a very convenient and efficient way to do things, because Unity won't have to run many effects and stuff. It's all included in the sprites. However, it also means that if I were to change only one of the sprite, and I were to leave the animator on, we would only see a 1 out of 20 of the reskin sprite. I would have to reskin everything, and let's not break the enemies. Let's duplicate one to start with. So I picked the bouncing ball. I duplicate it because let's forget about the drone chip. It comes with a rail. It's obviously not the most simple enemy. This has to be the most simple one, a bouncing ball. So I named it Ram's mom. I was like, oh, Ram's mom she's mad because we're not in the 2D RPG kit. So she comes into this game and she's like, oh, there you come on Planet Laprune. Go back home, and then we're gonna have to shoot her in the face. This is just to show you guys that you can reskin. However, you need to turn off the animator, like I said, because the animator, he takes in charge the monster. He says, oh, you want me to show those 20 frames? So it will not matter if you put mother picture there. You also need to turn off the animator. Or if you want to do things properly, you would duplicate Rem's mom PNG and put animations on it, like either electricity or whatever you want to mimic as an effect that the bouncing ball had, and you can duplicate the animator and put the new the new sprites with the animation on Rem's mother. But we don't have time for this because last episode was a nightmare, too long, and we need to make this short. So now I'm showing you. So this bad boy here, he leads there, but as of there, I'm whoops, I selected the wrong one. I'm still on. I did not use the duplicate that I named Rem's mom, so I'm gonna delete it. Like oops, I was saying like, oh, I need to take away, but now I just need to go back because I deleted only the character. You need to delete the whole parent thing. So bouncing ball and me prefab all together. Bye bye. And now I need to go in the prefab folder. No, the enemy thing, and get Rem's mom. So the modification we will do will affect Rem's mom, and it will not affect all the bouncing ball in the stage. I mean, it will not affect the original object. So we're almost there. There it is. So Rem's mom Rem's mom is gonna be there. We will not change her behavior. She will be jumping around. So we just need to go onto a character, and a character we see the slot for a sprite. But now what we want to do is to put Rem's mom sprite. So I already, since I own the 2D RPG kit, I already own Rem's mom sprite. So I put it on my desktop and I put it in this folder. I would put it in a sprite folder usually, but I'm in a hurry, guys, so I just put it there. I'm even gonna take the time to configure it a bit, because I miss doing that. I'm joking. I don't actually miss doing that with tile maps. I had so many to do in Feline Realms. I'm actually glad I don't do that much anymore of the importing tile assets part, I mean. Now it's more into the fun part, which is to game design. So I cut. It sounds so bad. Imagine in the YouTube transcript if the AI automatically puts concept subjects on what you say. I'm saying stuff like, we're gonna jump on Rem's mother, we're gonna cut her, we're gonna chop her head. You gotta say, oh, this YouTuber is a psychopath, and then you're like, why is the YouTube algorithm not liking me? Maybe the AI is the one taking your pulse of your personality and it has no sense of humor. So whatever, I hope that you guys have a sense of humor and that you understand I'm not a psycho. I'm just making humor and I'm working with what I have. I could have put all this there, I could have put Muzz. I just think it's funny, like, what if you link both games? It would be hilarious, and it's one of the ideas I could have for episode 2, but I'm not sure yet. So now you see, we shot her right in the face. Sorry algorithm, and she's just standing there, like. So now we have two choices. Either choice one, which is lame, which is what I'm gonna do, which is, yo, Hyundai, please, please brush off that sprite. Just remove it, please. So we're gonna say, turn off Rem's mom. Yes, turn her off, please. So this will be this. But what would be even more fun, since it's Halloween tomorrow, but I have no time to do this, you draw an actual sprite of Rem's mom covered with blood. Oh my god, the algorithm is gonna kill me. And then when you have the the sprite of Rem's mom covered with blood, when you shoot her, you make it switch to that sprite. So you could fill the stage with a lot of Mustache Man, Anti-Hero, Rem's mom, and just shoot them all, and you have the whole stage covered with dead 2D RPG kit enemies full of blood. I think it would be hilarious, but yeah, I'm not sure it's necessary. I'm just playing the idea out there how cool it would be to make a slasher game. You can do a slasher game with this kit. You just have to make a sprite with blood, and when you change the sprite, like I did with the Animator, and the game doesn't know what to do with the sprite afterwards, just switch it with a sprite full of blood and you can cover the whole stage with dead bodies. I think that's such a cool unintended thing. So thank you, Arjum, for not doing this intendedly, but I think it's so cool that the sprite stays on screen if you don't tell him to buzz off. So it unlocks being able to keep cadavers on the map. I guess we could do this with robots too. Like, deactivate it and draw a broken robot. After exploding, we could leave just bits of metals and crap on the ground. It unlocks possibilities. I think it's cool. So we're gonna see ourselves in the next episode. Thank you very much for staying until the end. If you like the content, please do subscribe so we'll get to the next YouTube step soon. Thank you.